Okay. By the time you come to this concept of equal vectors, you have already gotten a lot of basic concept like magnitude, like parallel vectors, like addition of vectors. Okay, so if you recall, parallel vectors is one of the kind of question that they will always test you. Okay. Another thing that's always being tested is the idea of equal vectors. Okay, so if you still recall parallel vector is same direction. Okay, that means they must be moving in the same direction, but it's different length. So parallel vectors doesn't need the length to be the same. So as long as they are moving in the same direction, then they are parallel already. But whereas in the equal vectors, you need same length. So the condition will be same. You will need same length and you will need same direction. So there are two conditions for equal vectors. So it's the common condition will be the same direction. But in equal vectors, the magnitude is also the same. So most of the time, you will be tested on equal vectors in the shape, in this few common shape, square, rhombus, rectangle, or parallelogram. Because if you think about these four shapes, you have the feature of opposite are the same length, opposite are same length. Okay, I'm trying to draw properly. So I'm going to show you a parallelogram. So all the four shapes, it has the property where the opposite are same length and the opposite are also parallel. That's why usually in these four shapes, they will put in the idea of equal vectors. So what do we mean by this? Okay, so sometimes, right, they will start off a question with something like given A, B to B. Okay, I just randomly put a number. Okay, and given B, C to be 1, 5. Okay, and then follow up. There will be other questions that they ask. So sometimes a question will be started like this. Okay, so your job is to be able to deduce equal vectors. So where are the equal vectors? So for example here, so this part is the 2, 7. So the question says that this is the 2, 7. So because of equal vectors, right, that means this is also 2, 7. Because of the idea of equal vectors, it is parallel and same length. So DC is also 2, 7. Okay, so same thing for the BC given to you. So if they gave you BC, which is 1, 5, that means this will also be 1, 5. So because of equal vector, this will also be 1, 5. So you need to be able to deduce it because from two vectors that they gave you, you came out with another two vectors. Subsequently, the questions, they will be asking you to fill in the blank. So when you are filling in the blank for the rest of the question, you got more vectors that you can see. So in fact, you will have these two additional vectors that can help you to fill in the blank in the subsequent question. Okay, so equal vectors is one of the very important concepts. So equal vectors like to be tested in the four shapes as stated. Okay, or parallel vectors is tested in another way. So if you forget about parallel vectors, check back the properties of parallel vectors. Okay, so that is one of the important things that you need to know. So this idea will translate you to the long question that is presented in teaching worksheet number 2. Some questions are super long. Okay, so particularly when you see the shapes parallelogram, they like to give parallelogram. So all the equal vectors will happen. And then all the fill in the blank will happen, the magnitude can happen. Okay, so you will have accumulation of a lot of content that are going to add into the next teaching worksheet.